Welcome to Red Recaps. In today's video, we will be reviewing an American dystopian science fiction action thriller film from 2015 titled Chappie. Watch out and stay till the end of the video. Let's get started. Set for an unspecified year in South Africa, the first city to employ a robot police force is Johannesburg. Tetraval is the business that creates and provides the city with the robots. The robots in use are known as Scouts and were developed by Dion Wilson. These robots are artificially intelligent and fully automated. Hugh Jackman designed the Moose, which is essentially made out of a RoboCup and is controlled remotely by a human, together with Vincent, Dean's office competitor. No, Moose doesn't think much of Dion's work. Scout Unit 22 is once more in the shop. This specific machine appears to be more accident-prone and is frequently serviced. It is put back into function by the technicians, who then dispatch it into the field to aid in a police raid on a botched drug deal on one side of the city. Members of the real-world South African band, Ninja and Yolandi, are drug sellers. They are portraying the characters Yolanda and Ninja. They have partnered with America. They're attempting to send supplies to crime lord Hippo Brandon Orrit. Hippo demands $20 million within 7 days from Ninja, Yolandi, and America. While Yolandi and America managed to flee during the police raid, the police and scouts raided the gathering. A Hippo strikes Scout 22's chest with a rocket launcher, gravely hurting it. After the raid, Hippo can elude the police as well. Yolandi believes that since the Scouts are presumably similar to a television, the remote control must be able to be used to turn them off. They won't need to be concerned about these potent weapons if they can figure out how to achieve this. Moose requests further funding from Tetraval CEO Michelle Bradley Sigourney to help him continue to build his Moose. The government has chosen to invest more money in Dion's RoboCop project and has ordered 100 more of them because they are such a hit. It doesn't care about the Moose. Scout 22's battery is welded to his chest piece, rendering him beyond repair, as seen back at Tetraval's headquarters. They separated him to be destroyed. Hippo phones the gang and informs them that he is still alive and not in jail, and that he still demands the $20 million that they owe him. To raise funds for Hippo, Ninja, Yolandi, and America think they need to pull off another heist. Dion walks home, where he has numerous artificial intelligence robot pets. After a hard night of programming and Red Bull, and begins working on his most recent project, which is developing an artificial conscience for the Scout units. His success. As Dion is the chief engineer behind the Scouts, Ninja's gang deduces from a TV news report that he must be the one who knows how to turn them off. Dion questions Bradley about using his artificial intelligence program on the abandoned 22nd unit. He says that this might result in a robot that is smarter than humans, and that might even be able to compose music and poetry. She declines his request, citing insurance red tape and bureaucracy, stating that they are in the business of defense and not producing poets. Dion decides to take a chance and smuggles the Scrap 22 and guard key out of the factory, which is required to update the robot's software and guard against hackers. He is abducted by the Ninja group before he can return home. At a meeting with Mrs. Bradley and a committee, Moose tries to persuade them that the Moose is a superior weapon to the Scouts, but they reject him since the Moose is large, costly, and unattractive. When Dion returns to the group's base bunker, they ask him how to stop the Scouts. It's impossible, he claims. The Scout 22 unit is found in the rear of his van just before they are ready to kill him. They threaten him with a gun and coerce him into programming it for them. He puts everything together for them and says that if his program works, it can be taught. When he installs the new software, Scout 22 awakens with the demeanor of a scared child. Yolandi assumes the role of an immediate mother and tells him he's a contented Chappie. Dion is allowed to go, but he requests to return to see how things are going. Additionally, he informs them that Chappie only has around 5 days to live as a result of the fused battery. When Moose attempts to work on his Moose, the guard key is missing. The guard key is installed in Scout 22 according to his computer, and he is certain that Ian must have stolen it the following day. Chappie begins learning to talk, thanks to Yolanda and America. Chappie needs to be trained to assist them in performing one more theft, so they may use the proceeds to make the ninja furious. The ninja begins teaching him how to use a firearm. Dion is instructed to return the guard key by Vincent, who places a gun to his head. Dion pulls the trigger to protest, but it just clicks, and the moose acts as if it's a joke. The gang teaches Chappie new tricks back at the hideout, including coarse language and harsh gangster slang. Dion leaves the office to visit Chappie. He begs Chappie to swear off using drugs, committing crimes, or engaging in any other unlawful activity, since he's upset about how the gang is turning him into a foul-mouthed thug. To discover where Dean is hiding the guard key, Moose follows Dion into the covert facility. Returning, Ninja threatens Dion with death once more for interfering with his objectives, but Ninja demands that Chappie be prepared to pull off the robbery within 5 days to pay back Hippo, or else Chappie will continue to perish without ever meeting any of these challenging personalities. To check if Chappie can fortify himself and defend himself, Ninja and America place him in the middle of a dangerous location. He is being attacked by the townspeople with firebombs, pipes, and rocks. But Chappie promises Dean he wouldn't do anything evil, so he doesn't defend himself. He succeeds in fleeing. Moore pursues and finds the evading Chappie again. They use an electronic instrument that resembles a battering hammer to disable Chappie. They put him in the vehicle, amputated his arm, and took away the guard key. Chappie fought back and was about to be chopped up into even more pieces, but he was able to open the doors and get out of the back of the moving truck. Moore claims that since he is now disabled, they can release him. He can't study anymore because the guard key is missing after all. Yolandi is upset that America and Ninja intimidated Chappie as he returns to the gang hideout. He is repaired by America and Yolandi by the addition of a fresh spare robot arm. Yolandi reads Chappie's night stories and tells him that his mother likes the fact that he has a soul inside. Ninja and America think up a way to con Chappie into helping them while they steal cars. To pull off their major theft, they grab guns. When they have enough cash, they visit a bizarre-looking, towering, spherical residential complex that perfectly resembles the structure in Dread. When they get there, a dogfight is going on. The thugs are alerted by the scout and flee. He is told by Ninja that in life, one can either be the winning dog or a dead dog. Chappie was informed by Ninja that he would soon pass away due to a melted battery inside of him. While the two are apart, Chappie, Ninja, and America return. Chappie informs Dean that he is upset that Dean failed to inform him that he would soon pass away. Despite Dean's attempts to reason with him, Moose places the guard key in and updates the Genesis firmware. All scouts in the nation are remotely disabled by him, causing them to collapse to the ground wherever they are. When thieves see this, they attack any scouts they come across. Since the scouts were turned off, thousands of crimes have been committed across the city of Johannesburg. Dion returns to Chetraval headquarters and puts the deactivated Chappie back in the van. Dion finds the guard key in Moore's computer and reverses the Genesis firmware update that is more remotely installed in all scouts and brings Chappie back to life. However, Chappie knows he is still going to die in a few days and says he wants to be transferred into a new robot body that is hanging there before they escape. Chappie sees the Moose robot. Chappie asks about his new body now that they have money, and Ninja reveals that it was all a lie, that he needed Chappie just for the heist, and that there would be no new body for Chappie, who would still die in a few days. Moose tries to persuade Miss Bradley that since all of the scouts are malfunctioning, she should allow him to carry out the Moose program rather than the unreliable scouts. Additionally, Moore persuades Bradley that Dion is to blame for the scout robot's criminal activity. Bradley offers additional permission to use the Moose to fight crime and find the offender. When Dion warns that Hippos and Moose pose a threat, Chappie becomes enraged at the gang hideout. The arrival of Hippo's gang at the lair of Ninja's gang. After viewing Chappie on TV during the armored car theft back at Tetraval headquarters, Hippo now wants Chappie for himself. To eliminate them all, Moose remotely controls a flying moose to the Ninja's hiding place. There is a three-way firefight. America is crushed by the moose, who then rips him in half and throws him against a skyscraper. The moose begin firing randomly at everyone. Except for Hippo, everyone in Hippo's gang is killed by cluster bombs that Moose throws at them. Chappie can hop on the moose and attach a bomb to it. but he is no match for the moose's incredible firepower when he attacks it. Hippo kills Ninja and Dion with gunfire, but is then struck down by one with a shovel. Dion, Yolandi, and Chappie can flee in the van and return to their hiding place by Ninja's taunting of the moose. Ninja is going to be eliminated by the moose when Yolandi unexpectedly launches a rocket at it. The moose turns and shoots Yolandi dead once the rocket is rendered ineffective. Returning to the fray, Chappie uses the explosive he had tied to the moose to blow it up. Yolandi Mama passed away at 1:42:05. Dean transports Dean back to the Tetraval headquarters lab in a van. Moose is still present. He is beaten by Chappie till he is a bloody mess, but he is not killed. Chappie sends Dion's mind into the closest fall in Robaca, on a street near Moose's computer, which still has the guard key inserted, saving him from death. As a result, Dion and Chappie are now both robots. On a USB flash drive from earlier, when he was testing the helmet, Yolandi's consciousness is preserved. Chappie enters the Tetraval robot factory through a hack and commands it to produce a new schematic for a female scout. The consciousness of Yolandi is placed into a fresh fembot. The movie is over. We do hope you had a nice time watching this video. If you did, leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about the movie. If you liked this movie, you can watch it in the links down below. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more of our videos. Thanks for watching Red Recaps. See you in the next video.